So Doug, where are we today?
So today, BonusBushels is on the road. One thing we want to do with this segment too is get out, get to various answer plot locations across the state to kind of tell a different story. You know, not only what's going on our farm, but what's happening in research in these different blocks that we have. And Jonah's got a few things he wants to talk about here today in reference to soybean seed treatment.
So along with the soybean seed treatments, you know, we're talking about the high yielding soybeans. Seed treatment's a really key component of it, and we're trying to, you know, get these beans out of the ground early, plant them early, get them out of the ground early, get them to start flowering early. You know, something we noticed today when we're here at the answer plot was the difference in seed treatment. You know, we're looking over here with the untreated soybeans. You know, what they look like, there's horrible stand right now, very little of it. You know, we got Warden RTA right behind me, and then to my left over here, we have Warden CX. These were all planted on May 26th, I believe.
Yeah, and the one thing that we hear a lot of times, you know, we get a challenge that we go later into the season, guys say, well, that seed treatment may not be as beneficial on these later planted soybeans. So one thing we want to keep in mind is see if that is valid. So these are May 26, not relatively early planted soybeans. No. So we take a look at what we're seeing here today. Like Jonah said, we've got our untreated block over here where the stand is less than 20%. In the RTA, which is the fungicide treated block, we do have a pretty decent stand. But when we move to the Warden CX with that thiaminoxin piece, that cruiser piece, we see a vigor effect as well. As you can see, the staging difference between these and those and where we're at as far as a plant vigor standpoint. The other thing Jonah pointed out earlier too, moving from a Warden RTA to a Warden CX with that insecticide portion, is the amount of insect feeding. I don't know, Jonah, if you can...
I mean, you look at the insect feeding on the Warden CX beans, there's very minimal. I mean, there's still a slight feeding on them, but almost none compared to the RTA where you have the fungicide only.
And I think too, one thing that's really cool for us is to take this all the way to yield and see where we're at as far as what the return on investment is, because moving from one seed treatment to the next, you know, can essentially cost $7 an acre to do that. And we want to make sure the return on investment's there for the grower.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands?
Just keep them down your side, Ricky. They'll be fine.